Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're looking at the Legatodiver by MW Timepieces. So this watch was inspired by the owner's love of mechanical watches and guitars. So you can see some design elements on this timepiece that are modeled after a guitar, such as the bezel insert here, designed after the fretboard on a guitar. And then if we look at the case back, it has these 6 strings here on that darkened sapphire crystal to represent the 6 strings of a guitar. And also the case back is engraved as well, kind of like some fancier guitars. I actually do own a acoustic guitar myself. I bought it, I don't know, 20 years ago. I played it for a little bit for the first year and haven't touched it in 19 years. So I really appreciate that this watch is designed after a musical instrument. And I really like this flat sapphire crystal, and then also the bezel insert is sapphire as well. It's a nice look. I've not seen this before on other watches. It's kind of a continuous plane across here. So very neat. Alright, now before we get into the watch any further, let's take a quick look at the box that it comes in. It's a nice box, so I figured I would showcase it here. Also, you'll see the leather strap in here that it comes with. In the unboxing, I put on the leather strap, and in the full video here, it's on the bracelet. That's a very good feeling bracelet, fully articulating, but this is a nice wood box. I don't think I've seen another watch that comes in a wood box and as nice as this one. Then here's the leather strap. I'll put it on the strap towards the end of the video. I'll show you the bracelet coming off. It has a quick release pin as well as the straps here. And it looks like it comes with a, this is a screwdriver or a spring bar tool. And I didn't plan this part of the video very well. Looks like a screwdriver. Yep, flathead screwdriver. Yes, I was using a screwdriver to pry out that screwdriver. So yeah, nice little case here. So let's just set this back off to the side. I'm assuming it comes with this as well. This watch is a Kickstarter. It's going to be available on Kickstarter and Indiegogo the 5th of April 2022, so about 3 months from now. So let's get back into the watch here. Since we're speaking about Kickstarter, this came with the watch. This is a prototype, so there will be some changes, which I'll show you on this other sheet here, but just want to show you the colors. So we have black. And yep, I gave away one of the tricks of this watch. The whole bezel is loomed. Then we have blue. I would have a hard time picking between blue and the teal. I think these both look really good. I know it's just a video of a postcard here, but that blue dial looks pretty good. It looks like the bezel insert is blue as well. Then you have teal with that gray black bezel insert. And then the one that we have here today is a full lume white dial, the white Legato diver. And then here are some of the changes that will be coming. Looks like the hour hand will be thicker than the minute hand and a little bit longer. Sorry, yeah, hour hands will be a bit longer and it'll be a little bit thicker than the minute hand. And then they're changing the logo as well. New logo will be thinner and filled with lume. And finally, more lume on the production pieces, and then better crown and bezel finishing. So there we go. And that's from Adrian, the owner of MW Timepieces, sorry. Okay, so back into the watch. The price for this on Kickstarter and Indiegogo, the early bird, will be $489. I'll leave a link in the description to their website. You see all more pictures. There's all kinds of stuff on there. There's a cool video I'm assuming it's Adrian playing the guitar. I don't know, but nice guitar playing. Well done video. The watch is designed in Indonesia, as you can see on the dial here, right below the, well, what would be 6 o'clock. You have a 6 o'clock date wheel. Here's a closer look at the fretboard bezel. And this is a sapphire crystal, as I mentioned, with 10 layers of anti-reflective coating applied to the underside. I really like AR coating applied to the underside. That way you won't scratch it off the top side. So the watch is a mixture of brushed and polished surfaces. The crown also does have lume applied. That is a screw down crown. Knurling is a little bit different than what you see on a normal dive watch. So that's cool that it's different. 120 click bezel. Feels like good bezel action here. It is a good bezel. It does have a good bezel action. Sorry, a little bit tongue twisted. So brushed on the side, polished on the bottom chamfer, which I've not really seen done very often, and then polished on the top chamfer, which is pretty common. It does have male end links. This bracelet is amazing. It's fully articulating. You can bend it up on top of each other here, kind of like the I think like the Jacob's ladder toy. But anyway, very nicely done. 6 micro adjust on that clasp. This clasp here, this portion is stamped. These two portions are milled, or it could just be stamped too as thick metal, but anyway. And then the safety clasp is stamped as well, and that's engraved with the MW. Let me zoom back out a little bit here. As I mentioned, this is a quick release bracelet. Actually experienced that twice, because when I installed the bracelet the first time I put it on backwards, so not a big deal to flip it around. And then you do have those drilled lugs as well to help with strap changes. Nice amount of curvature here too. All around it's a pretty neat looking watch. Alright, so the dimensions of this watch. One little nitpick of mine is I prefer female end links, and this has male end links, but they do curve down pretty quickly. So kind of similar to the Submariner has male end links, but overall I usually prefer female end links. This is a smaller diameter watch. It's 39.5 millimeter diameter. And then if you take the lug to lug of the case itself, you would be at 46 millimeter. But then when you consider the male end links, you're looking at 51 millimeter. But you'll see it on my wrist here. It fits pretty well. Thickness 12.5. One benefit of the flat sapphire crystal. Usually is the thinner watch due to that. Lug width 20, and it tapers down wonderfully to 16. I'll keep saying that I'm a big fan of bracelet taper now. I never really considered it in the past, but after having hands on lots of watches, I really come to appreciate bracelet taper as well as flat sapphire crystal. So these links are very small. You call that an H link? I guess I call it more of it's really a 3-link style. And again, these all just fold up on top of each other. And you have these 6 micro adjusts, so you should be able to get a perfect fit for your wrist. Typically I like to size it a little bit tighter, and then if I need to I can adjust it larger for wrist expansion in sweat. But yeah, it's worked out really well on my wrist here. Weight 145 grams, size for my 6.5 inch wrist, and that's 316L stainless steel. Lume is BGW9 lume. The bezel, crown, the dial in this case, and also the indices I think are lumed. I already forgot what that picture looked like. Yeah, indices are lumed as well. So we'll look at this in a moment here. Movement in this, believe it or not, is a Sellita SW200-1. So for your $500 approximately, you're getting the Sellita movement, and that's 8 beats per second, 38 hours power reserve. And of course, there is the date at 6 o'clock. Now, if I mentioned or not, but this watch is good for 300 meters of water resistance. I was expecting it to be a little bit less because it's a screwed down case back, not a screw down. It has these 4 screws retaining the case back, but clearly it doesn't affect water resistance. But in reality, most of us aren't going to take this much deeper than, I don't know, how deep is your deepest pool? 5 meters? I don't even know. 10 meters if you're high diving, I guess. Yeah, very cool watch. Let me get this on wrist. I've gone on quite long enough here. So again, I have a 6.5-inch wrist with a 52 millimeter wristband. So technically these lugs are pretty close to my wristband, but since they curve down and they just appear to be part of the bracelet, it's not really that big of a deal. If they were to stick out, then it would be more of an issue for me. I'll give you a shot from the back side here. Hopefully that comes out okay. So if you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and click that subscribe button and notification bell. Like the video and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of this watch brand. I believe the company was founded in 2018, and I think he finalized the design back in December of last year. Could be getting some of the information mixed up, but like I said, I'll leave a link in the description to the website. The crown is a 7 millimeter crown. I forgot to mention that. Actually, let me bring my SKX over here and just look at them real quick side by side. Give you a size reference, and I'll leave this in for the lume as well towards the end of the video here. Yeah, I think this is a good size watch, especially for my wrist. It's a little bit thinner than the SKX, and it has 100 meters more water resistance. The SKX does also have a 7 millimeter crown. Alright, one last look at this watch on the bracelet, and then I'll swap it over to the leather strap, which I need to grab. Alright, I'll show you real quick on camera, swapping this out. Actually, one more thing I just want to show you. Here are the bracelet links again that I took off to size it for my wrist. There's looks like 7 more links here. So yeah, this articulation on this thing is pretty crazy. So definitely aids to comfort. Screw heads are a little small, so make sure you have a 1.2 millimeter screwdriver, and you'll be all set to size these. Easier than pin and collar, that's for sure. So nice and easy there. So bracelet came off. We'll put it on the leather strap, and I'll get this back on wrist again. A little bit long in this video. Here we go. All right, and I even put it on the right way too. So here's a look at it on this nice leather strap. It feels very comfortable. I would have to add another hole for my wrist. Also, I wanted to put it on the strap so I could show you the case back a little easier. And here you see it says designed in Indonesia. All right, let's zoom in. Can't really see too much of the movement. Kind of neat how when the light hits those simulated strings, they just kind of glow. It does have nice engraving around the case back too. There's some information here: sapphire crystal. Let's say automatic. 300 meter, and then Solita SW200-1. All right, let's get this on wrist, and then we'll get into the loom. And again, the loom applied is BGW9. Pull the keeper out here. Actually, zoom back out. Here we go. Just a quick look at it on the leather strap. It's fun to play around with different straps on your watches. It kind of gives you a different look. Makes you feel like you got a new watch. Looks like there's a chamfer on that case there for the strap, so you won't wear out the strap prematurely. I'll zoom out as well, and then we will get into the loom. Looking forward to it. All right, I'll pause the video and be right back with the loom. All right, so obviously the SKX is on the left with Seiko Lumibrite, and on the right we have the Legatodiver with the BGW9 loom. Yeah, full loom dials are definitely fun to have. Hopefully you can see the loom there, and then the indices are loomed as well with the kind of a donut shape with the black in the middle. Not something you usually see, but it looks pretty cool. So let me know what you think of this watch down in the comment section. And as always, thank you for taking the time. And thank you for watching. And I'll catch you on the next one.